welcome back to another Keeping Up with the Klee Kai. As you can tell, I'm in the bubble today. So, my little baby girl is celebrating her 4-year anniversary with her boyfriend. So, it's you and me today, and of course my husband. He will still be running the show from behind the scenes. So I want to get started. Welcome to all of you new people. If you can, do me a favor and type new in the comments below. And to all of you guys that are here every week, thank you for joining us and supporting us every single week. So today's topic is pretty exciting. We want to talk about Alaskan Klee Kai Temperament. And before we get started with all of that information, I wanted to just give a few housekeeping rules. If you guys are new, we do a live chat. You'll see it all in the comments there. You're more than welcome to put your comments and your questions. If you guys do have a question, though, we ask you please put 3 question marks before and after your questions, so that way we don't miss your questions. And normally my daughter's the one running the show and I'm back there, but today I get to do it, so bear with me because I normally don't have to do all of this and the talking. So hopefully I don't miss anything, but again, I welcome you guys, and so we are going to get started. If you guys have super chats or super stickers, as always, those jump to the top of the question list. And all of the money and proceeds that we get from Super Chat and Super Stickers do go right back into our whole show and the dogs and the puppies. And so we share that stuff with you. Last week I forgot to show you all of that, so I have it right here so I can show you guys today. And there's the babies. The babies. So if you guys can do me a favor and keep your questions to specifically about the topic at hand, and then at the end we will open it up to everybody and all of the different questions. But in order for us to try to stay on track and keep flowing through my 5-page notes, I really need to be able to only take those questions related to the topic, unless you guys are a super chat or a super sticker. It's a free-for-all for you guys, and as always, we have lots of stuff to give away today. We have something super excited. We finally have unisex hoodies. It is limited right now because our big order. Hey, pup. The girls went outside, so everyone else is going to scream. The big order is still on the way. However, we are at least limited, but we do have some stuff. We are going to give one away today. I don't know if we'll hit 150, but if we do hit 150 thumbs ups, we're going to give one of those away. If we don't hit 150 thumbs ups, no big deal. I'm still going to pick somebody. I get to pick today because I'm back here. She doesn't get to say, I'm picking. Haha. Anyhow, all right. I know I have to be able to look at the comments, and that's going to be the fun part for me because I get lost sometimes. But let's see. I just want to say hi. I see all of you guys. Okay, first up, let's go. I'm not going to even go over questions yet. I'm just going to dive right in, and then as I see these, I will answer a few questions. All right, and right now, I'm going to stay back here, and I'm going to leave it on them. But, oh, before I do any of that, look at this. I got that view. Now, for all of you guys wondering, that is Kira right there with the pink collar, and then we just see a bunch of butts. So let's go to the other one. Let's see what we got over there. Nope, that's not right. This one. Oh, honey, we didn't turn the light on the tunnel. We'll have to turn that on in a second. But look at how cute. All right. Oh, boy. They're not going to be nice. All right. Let's see. There's the other view. There it is. Okay. I think I'm going to leave it on that view for a minute. All right, let's get started. So, temperament. We want to talk about temperament of the Alaskan Klee Kai. And what does the temperament mean? Like, what does that even mean? A lot of times we hear temperament, personality. Are they the same? Are they not the same? And so there's a lot of people even in professional world, you know, vets and scientists and licensed therapists for pets and all kinds of people who will say they're the same, and then some will say they're different, but a lot of times they're categorized the same. So the general meaning of a temperament is the personality or the makeup, disposition, and the nature of that pet. So it's like how the dog is going to react in a certain stimulus. I have to look down all the time and up here. This is going to be fun. Hopefully you guys can bear with me. It is like, so say for example, you guys go to a dog park and you see there's a bunch of breeds, right? There's all of these different breeds, and you'll notice that some breeds are cheerful and happy and jump all over everybody, and then some are like more reserved, shy, only want to be with their owners. And so what you're seeing is the characteristics of a temperament in that dog or in that breed. And some temperaments are like known for specific breeds. And then some are more just over time what we actually see. So some of it is inherited, and some of it is basically what the dog is becoming as they grow up. So what were they exposed to their first 8 weeks of life? And then from there on, like, what did we do? And this is how they're going to develop that personality and their temperament more and more. So it's not all inherited, and some can be fixed or corrected. Some may not be fixed or corrected. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
My husband just fixed the light. So now we can see in the tunnel. And they're all following him. Yeah. All right, let's see if I can keep it on that camera view. All right, I'm not going to even go into questions yet. You guys can still keep them coming, but let me just get through at least my first page, and then I'm going to answer a few questions. Okay, so temperament is essentially the dog's attitude towards people or other animals. So it's inherited and it's environmental, right? And then, so a lot of times scientists are going to use the word temperament to describe the aspects of the character that are inherited rather than learned through experience. However, many professionals are discussing dog temperament that also includes personality. So we're going to kind of go over both of that, because a lot of times when I'm asked the question on temperament, I go through the whole list of a lot of personality traits, right? But that's not necessarily temperament. All right, so there's 3 main influences in a dog's temperament. It's genes, socialization, and training. And so we talk about all the time socializing and training, right? And then there's the whole genetic makeup of it. And so I remember when I first started showing dogs, and of course the only dogs I've ever shown are Klee Kai, but when I first started going to dog shows, I was always talking to the judges and other breeders, and the Klee Kai were known. It was notorious. Every time we went, it's like, oh, there's the Klee Kai again. Oh, there's those shy, reserved chickens, basically. And remember, this was back in like 2004, so it's been a while, and the Klee Kai have really, really come a long way since then. But I just remember hearing all the time about poor temperaments in the breed, that they could be shy or nervous or fear-biting, just schizo, basically. And so I remember thinking, wow, we need to change that. Like, that is not good. I don't want those types of dogs. Like, I had little kids. I didn't want that. And then over the years, we just saw it really evolve. I mean, and every breeder has done such a great job on doing more socializing, doing more temperament testing, doing more training, being more consistent and selective in our breeding programs is huge. Back in the day, when this breed was first starting, they didn't have a lot of options. Like, you couldn't just say, no, I'm not going to breed this one or that one, because they only had so few Klee Kai. They just bred Klee Kai over and over in order to get to allowing the breed to become a recognized breed. But now we can be picky. Like, we don't have to just breed whatever we have to get a puppy. Like, it is super important that we are very, very selective. And so, anyways, I'm going to go on to a bunch of things, but before I do that, I'm going to look at some questions for you guys. Hopefully I can do this. I know Alexis is probably jumping on here and she's going to try to make fun of me. But, thank you, Catherine. I just want to say thank you to Catherine real fast because without you, Catherine, I don't know what I would be able to do today. Actually, my husband would have to read everything to me, and I'm sure we could do it. But, all right, so Patricia is the first question. Just wanted to see if you guys got my email with the review. Yes, I did. Thank you, guys. Taz, I cannot talk. I did, so thank you very much. Okay, I know all of you guys are asking all these questions that aren't related to the topic. Tanya, yes, we will get to those, but not until the end. So it's going to be a little while because I want to get through all of this stuff first. There's a lot of people who can jump on only for a short amount of time and they can't stay. So I want to try to get through as much as I can. And so I want to keep going if I can, but if I see questions that are related, okay, if I don't just do this now, I'm going to miss it. Tanya, how fast do Klee Kai dry? So it's funny because Klee Kai actually take a long time to get wet because their coats are so dense. They get double coat. It just makes it to where it's like water resistant. And you really have to soak them down a long time before they actually get wet. And so once they're wet and all dried off with the towel, literally they dry quickly. Taz, be a nice boy. Do you see that bully? The girls are getting on him though. You guys might hear like it sounds like they're dying, but they're not. That's just their way of telling Taz to knock it off. There's 20 million bones, but yet he is going to pick on all of them. I might have to grab him. Okay. So I'm going to just scroll through here real fast. They dry pretty quickly. All right, good. We're good. All right, so I'm going to keep going, all right? Let's see. So there's 3 types of dogs usually within any breed. So just generally speaking, thank you, Michelle. So if you have a question, let's see. Okay, if you have a question, Michelle, let me know. Yeah, Fabiana says a Klee Kai's waterproof. Yes. If not, we are gonna keep going. I hope that I'm not missing anything. Looks like I'm fine. So 3 types of dogs as far as temperament goes for any breed. So within that litter, you're usually going to have at least one of all 3 if there is in fact 3 or more puppies. And there's the alpha. There is like the middle of the road or the middle child. And then there is the end of the road, the submissive one, the quiet, shy one. Not always shy, but definitely the more submissive one, not a pack leader. So I want to go through those types real fast because this part is important to understand like what you're going to get depending on what type of puppy you actually have. And so a lot of this made a lot of sense as I started diving in. I'm going to just switch this real fast. Let's see. Is that cute? They hate their collars. I just put all their collars back on, and so that's where you're going to see them all digging, and Taz sees Daddy over there. All right. I'm going to get distracted being over here. Alexis is going to be like, All right. Let's keep going. I'm going to answer some more questions in just a few minutes, okay, guys? So keep them coming. So the alpha, let's go over that first. So the alpha is normally, I don't have myself in there. There. Is that better? So the alpha is normally like the strong leader, right? It's like just like when a wolf pack, there's always going to be that alpha one who is the leader. They take charge. They're the ones who eat first. They're the ones who make the rules, essentially. And so the alphas can be, they can become very pushy. They can be overprotective. They tend to be very smart with a lot of personality, but they will refuse to be ruled by other, not only dogs, but humans too. They will refuse if at all possible. So they want to be in charge. That means they want to be in charge of you. And remember, I talk about that all the time. Like, you guys have to be the leader. You have to be the alpha. You're in charge. You make the rules. So even if you have the alpha in the litter, that doesn't mean they rule you. You have to be in charge, okay? So in extreme cases, the alpha can become like aggressive with humans or with dogs. And it's not because they're mean, but it's because their minds think like a pack leader. And so if they think like the pack leader, they believe that their pack, they're for pack survival. And this pack could be your humans, but they still think your pack is not only dogs, it's humans and dogs. It's their family. But they can think that they have to be in charge in order for their family or their pack to survive. And so they instantly just go into, uh-oh, that is interesting. One of the dogs just hit the Surrey on the phone. Haha, we're going to switch views. That was funny. Let's see. I don't know which one. I don't know which camera that was. Oh, it's the other one. I don't know. It wasn't.
No?
It's me. For some reason, that's funny. My phone thought I said Surrey for some reason. Now I said it again. I shouldn't have said it again. All right, let's keep it going. Okay, so alpha. Next is the middle child, right? So, and it doesn't necessarily mean that's their birth order, but they are the middle of the road. Like they're not too dominant, they're not too alpha tendencies, but they're not really that shy, reserved one. And so they are usually the easiest to train, but they often get bored easily. And as I'm describing this stuff, guys, think about it. If you've been watching this for a while now, you see and hear us talk about our dogs and some of the personality or temperament traits that we see. So right at one now, I'm doing all of this. I bet you guys are already thinking, oh, that's Simba, or oh, that's got to be this one or that one. It's kind of funny. So they get bored pretty easily. They need to know that their owner, their human, is capable of leading the pack. Like they have to know that you're in charge. Because if they don't, they will go ahead and lead the pack. They don't want to. That's not their first choice, but they will do it if they think they have to, because it's like survival mode. So if they need to, they will, which is really why it's important for you guys to be the pack leader. And so if they feel like their leader is unstable, literally what's going to happen is your dog is going to become overexcited or anxious or start to worry because they aren't sure who's in charge. And then they think, do I need to be in charge? So it's pretty important that we make sure very, very clear that our dogs understand who the pack leader is. And it's not the other dog, it's you. Okay? If they're not born to lead, but they will lead if they have to. All right, let's keep going. I guess I'm going to just finish the submissive one real fast, and then I'm going to answer some more questions, okay? So the submissive one is like the very sensitive one. They're cautious. They can become easily timid. They may not start off timid when they go home at 8 weeks, but they can easily revert and become timid or nervous or anxious or fearful. They're not born leaders, okay? They're just not. And they don't want to be leaders. They don't want to be the leader. They want someone else to be the leader. And they need to know that someone else is taking care of. And I say someone else. It could be the other dog pack leader. It could be a human. But mentally, they need to know that someone else is taking care of things. Because if they don't see that, somebody just fell in the water. If they don't see that consistent, confident leader, then they're going to stress out. So you have to be the leader. All three of these different ones, you have to be the leader. Super, super important, guys. All right. So they're more prone to submissive peeing. They're very laid back. Like they get worried and fearful, and they will have submissive peeing. It's not always the case, but they can. They can develop fear aggression towards humans and other dogs. Okay, so I'm going to go into some of this other stuff, like diving in a little bit more, but first I want to answer a few more questions, and then we will keep it going. Let's see. All right. I hope this was the first one. Have you noticed any difference in personality based on color? Yes, actually I have. We talked about that a few weeks ago, I think, with regards to the reds. For some reason, the reds are the feistiest. Feisty. And they are leaders, for sure. So yes, I don't know why. I can't answer that question, but they are. At least in our group. If you look at the little red boy, his name is Taz. There he goes. He's the leader, he's the instigator, he's the alpha, he thinks he's in charge. And then I have to put him in check. All right, let's see. Natasha, from your prior videos, it sounds like training and socialization play a huge role. Do you think much more than genes? I think that genes play a very important role because there are some things that no matter what we do, we are not going to be able to change those genetic makeups. So we can work as hard as possible to try to, but my guess is that it's going to take a really long time, if ever. So genes are super important. However, a lot of it is influenced by socializing and training and being the pack leader. That's why this breed is not made for softies. It's just not. If you are super soft and gentle with your voice and your tone, and you allow your dog to walk all over you, they will. They're going to walk all over you. Little pup. So, yes. I think it's a mixture, honestly. Can Klee Kai have green eyes? Yes, they can have green eyes. In fact, we do see green eyes primarily with the red and whites. I have seen a more hazily looking color on some grays and some black and whites. However, it's usually in the reds. Now, I will tell you that it'll also show up in the whites, but usually that is when it is a white puppy that actually has the genetics of a red dog, just missing the mask. In fact, we're going to show you in a little while what exactly I'm talking about, because Khaleesi's little white puppy is basically a red dog without a mask, but we'll go over that in detail a little bit more. But yes, they can. Okay. Oh, I didn't see that you answered that, Tanya. Thank you. How can you guys hear me? Do you hear me okay? Hopefully, I'm over here, but I think it's probably good. All right, Mary, would you say that you have experienced your pups having similar temperaments to their mama? You know, that's a great question. We don't always see that to follow. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. And sometimes we're thankful that they do, and sometimes we're thankful that they don't. But it does happen for sure. And even some of their dad, you know, we see a mixture of both. But I think a lot of it really is in how they're raised. Oh, hold on. We got a puppy with a collar on its neck again, or its mouth. This is what happens whenever you guys try to bite it off. Bear with me. Hold on. We're going to put the puppy's collar. This one wasn't tight enough. There we go. Thank you, honey. Thank you. All right. Next question. I'm going to take one or two more, and then we're going to keep going. You might talk about it later, but what are those new big treats they're chewing on? New big treats? Oh, those are cow hoofs. Those are cow hoofs. Yes, they're good. We've actually had them for several years. We've had them on and off. I just got a new shipment of them in. But yes, those are good. All right, one more. And then we're going to keep it going. Let's see. Oh, we're looking good. All right, Michelle. At what age can you tell their temperament? Good question, Michelle. So a lot of you guys might be like looking on temperaments and reading up a little bit. And there's something called temperament testing. And temperament testing is actually done for the first time at 7 weeks. So 7 weeks, give or take a day or two, but it's pretty specific, like it has to be done within a certain time frame. And then again, between 10 and 12 weeks. because their temperament's going to change over time based on, a lot of it is based on environment, right? And so first is at 7 weeks. However, that's for temperament testing. What we see is what we tell you guys at about 4 weeks old. And you can identify a lot of things at 4 weeks old because they're walking and moving around and showing their personalities for sure, and definitely trying to take leadership or being the submissive one getting picked on all the time. So we can see a lot at a very young age. But nothing is guaranteed, nothing's for sure. I'm definitely not a professional in any of those areas. That's not my expertise. I can only tell you based on our experience, which we have a lot of, but we're still not, I wouldn't say an expert in that field. Okay, so we are going to keep going. I'm going to hold off on questions again, and then, oh, I didn't see super chats. Oh my gosh, how come those didn't pop up? I didn't see that. I just seen it right now. Thank you, Cindy. Cindy, if you have a question, let me know, okay? All right, I'm going to keep going. Sorry, I got distracted. Are we good, honey? Okay. So, bear with me, guys. Okay, I want to talk about what we see in the alpha, what we see in like the middle child, what we see in the submissive one. And this isn't for every puppy and every dog, but this just gives you what we generally see. And normally in the alphas, we're going to see the strong-headed, stubborn, pushy, crosses the boundaries, invades our personal space and our privacy, has no respect for us because they think they're the boss and they're the leader. They are busy. They're smart, they're very affectionate, they're full of personality, and they're very curious. So those are a lot of the traits that we see in the alpha, okay? And then in the middle child, we see the goofy, mellow, carefree, super strong, like strong as far as like, how would I even describe that? Like bold, like they are confident, I guess I could say. They're still very confident, even though they're not the alpha. Because if you think about it, they're the next in charge, right? Oh, they're chewers. They get bored very easily. They are eager to please. They are easy to train. They need a leader or they will lead, okay? And then there's the submissive. Put it on that camera? Yeah. Hold on, honey's telling me put it on that other camera. Oh, what happened? Aw.
They were all right there in that corner. Taz is going to town.
We're running the show today, so you guys get this. We get to play. Oh, I'm going to leave it there for a second, even though you guys can't see me. Alexis didn't put me on the bubble here. But that's okay. And then the submissive one. So what we see on the submissive one is like they're more careful. They're usually very smart, but they're reserved or cautious. They're always thinking, but they're very gentle, respectful. They communicate well with us. They're sensitive, and they can be picky. And that could be picky with their owner, picky with their bed, picky with their food, picky with their toys or treats. So they're usually more picky, okay? And so those are the 3 different types of temperament traits that you guys can see in any dog. And so when we talk about what temperament does the Klee Kai have, it's kind of funny because reality is we have all 3, right? We can get all 3 temperaments, and I'm guessing, and I'm not an expert in any other breed, but I'm guessing that it can be in any breed. It's got to be because this is the general rule. This is the general law, I guess you could say. So it has to follow in every breed. Now, some breeds may have more of one or the other, right? I don't know, but I see all 3 of these. So when someone says, what is the temperament of the Alaskan Klee Kai? There's really no simple answer. There's not even one answer. There's multiple answers. And so much goes into what the temperament really is based on genetics and based on their first 8 weeks of life and beyond. Because we just talked about testing at 7 weeks, when normally if a specialist is going to test for temperament, it's at 7 weeks, which they would still be with their breeder, but it's again at 10 to 12 weeks. Why is that? That's obviously because they change from then to then. So if it was just genetic makeup, it would have already been done. It would have already been known. All right, I'm gonna answer a few questions if we have any. Let's see. Oh, I didn't even put the little stickers. What about the only child? Okay, I gotta go see where all that is. Sorry, bear with me, guys. Let's see. Alexis normally has help here too. I see it over on that side. I'm gonna change this camera real fast. There's 20 toys in the room, but they're both fighting over that one toy. Yes, exactly. That is exactly what we see all of the time. They all want the same thing. All right. I see it over there, but I don't see it over here to dump it on. Oh. Okay. Well, sorry. Alexis is probably making fun of me. All right. Joseph's asking, is there any Malamute in the Klee Kai? So the answer to that question is kind of complicated because when we go back in time at what was used for the breed, there was 4 breeds. Now, one of them is really not a purebred breed because it's called Alaskan Husky. So in Alaskan Husky, you are going to get a bunch of whatever. It's whatever the sled dogs needed. So if the owners of sled dog teams needed specific traits or size or this or that, they would add in different things into their breeding program to get that. So truly an Alaskan Husky is a mixture of a bunch of different dogs. And so we don't know for sure, Joseph, but my guess is there probably is some Malamute in there way back in the day, but it's so far back that we wouldn't know. So just in case you guys are wondering what breeds are in the Alaskan Klee Kai, it's Alaskan Husky, Siberian Husky, Schipperke, and Eskimo. Those are the 4 breeds. Hey, why are you picking on your sister? Yes, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, guys. Cow hoofs. Yes, that is what it is. Those are cow hoofs. Okay. What about, Emily's asking, what about the only child or the only children? And that's another great topic, Emily, because I personally love the only child. I love having that one puppy in a litter. And you'll read a lot of different things about singletons. They're called singletons because a lot of times people feel that as a breeder, they think that singleton is less social or they don't know how to play well with other dogs because they were the only child, right? They don't know how to share, those types of things. However, in our home, we always have so many dogs and puppies that, yeah, they're the only child, but they're not the only dog. And so they do learn rather quickly how to share. But the fun part and the best part, Simba is a singleton, is that they are used to being alone. They don't rely on their siblings. They usually want to be, I'm going to turn that camera. They usually want to be, oh, that one's not going to work, with humans. They want to be with humans. That's like their best thing because they don't know anything else. Like they don't know how to really bond with siblings. They don't have them, so they revert to us, which makes it awesome because that's what we want. Right? And at Cliquy, that's what we want anyways. So good question. All right, what tricks can they do? Deborah, do me a favor. Make sure that you put 3 question marks before and after your questions so that they don't get missed. I saw it, so I want to go ahead and dump it in. But the Cliquy are actually really smart breed, but they can be stubborn. So they need consistency, but they can learn just about any trick out there if you are dedicated to teaching your dog that. So they are pretty smart. But again, stubborn. Taz, boy, you better be good. She's going to pick on you. All right, let's see. I'm gonna keep going here. This is interesting. Why won't that let me? There it is. Okay, Michelle's asking, how is Kira doing with the spontaneous peeing? Ooh, good question. That's not related to this, but she's actually doing pretty good. With me, she's doing really well, but that's because I already know how I'm supposed to respond, and not everyone in the family knows that. So she will do a little tinkle here or there with someone else, but she's actually doing great with me. So those tips from last week really, really worked, and I haven't had any issues personally. All right. One more question, and then I'm going to show you guys some merchandise and what we're giving away, okay? Let's see. Do they like to swim? Okay, so they can enjoy swimming. It just depends on the individual dog and your lifestyle. So if they're introduced to a pool or lakes or beaches or some type of water at a young age and they're not forced and they don't have a bad experience with it, they generally love it. But you can't force it upon the Klee Kai. Like, they have to want to do it because, remember, they're that breed that has a mind of their own. So you can't make them do something and that's going to change their mind all of a sudden love it. They have to want to do it, but they can love to swim. Okay, I'm going to, oh fine, I'll do one more because I see it right here. Joseph's asking, would you say the owner plays a big role in the temperament? Absolutely. I think the breeder and the owner play a huge part in the temperament of any dog because there's so much that is not genetically made up that we can really facilitate and direct them into the right way that we're wanting, which is one thing like I think a lot of breeders have worked on for a lot of years is really working on socializing well before 8 weeks and sending them home. Like I told you guys, the Klee Kai were probably the most reserved, shy breed I've ever seen when I first went to a dog show. Now, my dog wasn't that way, but I got to see a lot of Klee Kai for the first time, and I was really blown away. And I was embarrassed. I'm going to be honest. I was embarrassed for the breed. But we have grown tremendously, and every breeder has done their part to change that. And that has to do with the first 8 weeks of life and, of course, our breeding programs. You got to weed them out. You can't breed everything just to breed them. Okay, so now I'm going to switch gears here, and I'm going to show you guys. I wonder if I could do it right here so that I don't have to go over there. But I think I'll just go over there. It'll probably be easier so I don't have to try to hold it all right here. So I'm going to take it off of that view, and I'm going to go. I'm just going to leave that, actually. I'm going to just hop in here and show you guys the merchandise and so you guys know what we are giving away. And, honey, it's on the main camera, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's on this one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so.
I'm not on camera, am I?
Yeah.
Oops.
That's fine. He doesn't want to be on camera. The unisex hoodie, which obviously this is going to be a challenge, is this charcoal gray. Okay. This is the back. Since it's unisex, it does have the big kangaroo pocket, so it goes all the way through. But no. But I didn't put a paw on the hood because if a guy wants to wear this, I don't know that he wants a paw on the hood. So if he does, I can put it on there. But
Honey,
this...
You need to move over more.
Move over where?
In the middle.
I'm in the middle. In the middle where? I have the cameras really low, guys,
yeah,
because...
Really low. You can't even see.
Oh, I can't see?
No.
You didn't tell me. Okay, then I'm going to go up there. Because is that... Can they see it now?
No, you still can't see that.
What can I see?
Just your left leg, the thigh. Still nothing.
Okay, I'm fine. I'm not doing it here. We changed the camera view, guys, because I'm not in here. So that way you guys can see the puppies really low to the ground. And because I don't want to move everything, I'm going to just put it up at this camera here. I'm just going to click it to this one so they can see it. And then that way they can see it better. So what I'm going to do, guys, is put it on just me, maybe.
That camera right there, we should do it.
Just this camera view. Okay. So we're going to do that over. Sorry, guys. All right. So these are on the website. Okay. They have the pocket. Like I said, it goes all the way through, but it's on both sides. And then on the back, of course, the Cliquy head. And then on the one arm, we do have the Klee Kai. All right, so these are what's on the website now is unisex. Like I said, I didn't put it on the hood because I don't know if you guys want it on there. Now, this is what I want to show you guys. Look at what I did. I wanted to try making Kika with blue eyes. What do you guys think? So I made her with blue eyes. I want to know what you guys think about it. I haven't put them on the web because I don't know if I'm just going to change it, but I was just playing. I had to play. For those of you guys that liked the purple one we gave away last week and we mailed that out, they are now on the website, okay? So purple is up. And these are the women's ones. They're black and purple, and they are, I guess, charcoal. They have the paw, and everything else is the same, just like the guys are unisex. And that's those. So we're going to give away that, thank you, honey. We're going to give away that hoodie, unisex hoodie today. If we hit 150, great. That's who I want to give it to, but I realize that probably won't happen. I'm going to switch this over because you guys don't want to be staring at me. All right. Oh, they got the toy. Those little boogers. Hey, honey, when you get a second,
yeah.
They pulled the, they pulled the big toy down and the bungee. Oh, yeah, those puppies. All right, let's see if we have any more questions. Aw, thank you, Natasha. Let's see, do we have, thank you guys for the super chat and super stickers. We're going to go over that right now. But if you guys, oh, good. So she got her one-of-a-kind blue hoodie. Or it's not even a hoodie. It's more of a turtleneck. Yay. Awesome. I'm glad. If we have anybody on here who has received stuff, whether you purchased it or won it, we would love to hear from you guys in the comments, of course, so other people can hear what you thought of it, if you enjoyed it, if you liked it, if it's comfortable, all of that good stuff. And, oh, 70 people watching, but only 42 thumbs up. Come on, people. Let's do it. But we want to hear from you guys. If you guys are actually enjoying the merchandise that we're now making and things, I'd love to hear from you guys on that. And so I am going to, before I go over some more stuff, I want to show you guys some of the stuff we bought over the last couple of weeks with your super chat and super sticker money, because we spend a lot of stuff on dog stuff. Now this, I'm going to use this because I want to see. Well, I have to show this first. I'm showing the name. This, if you guys remember my glove, I haven't even opened it yet. My glove that I use for grooming, this one, look at this. See the sides? How thick that is. This breed has super, super thick coats. How cool is this? I can't wait to use this glove. So, of course, we're going to pull a dog out and use one and see what we think. I got it at PetSmart, by the way. And as soon as I saw it, I knew we had to get it. All right, of course, I had to get them Halloween toys, and I'm going to throw those out there for them. Oh, honey, can you give them these? And then we're going to see what they think of these new bones.
What did you say?
These toys, can you give them these toys for me?
Yeah.
Before, I didn't want to just open them all up and give them to them without showing you guys, because I know what happens. Every week, you guys ask, what was that? What are they? The Halloween toys are just Halloween toys. But these are Nyla bones, okay? Just Nalabones, but they're little for the puppies because we want them to chew on the right stuff. Nalabones. So we're going to throw those out there. And then look at these. Rawhide free. I never know which way I'm supposed to go on this camera. These are rawhide free, made with real chicken. And look at it. They look yummy. They're wrapped in all kinds of good gooey stuff. So we're going to throw those out there in a second. And then I'm not going to give them these yet because this is for the big dogs. But we talk about all the time about the natural bones, meaty bones. Natural meaty bones. And so we bought them these. See, these are ham bones, okay? They're big. They're actually like, look at, this is compared to my head. Pretty big. But I don't want the little puppies to have them. They'll probably get sick from eating so much. Okay, there's more in here too. For those of you guys who have 2 dogs, we found these, and I have one opened already, but I wanted to show you guys this. So this is a normal leash with 2 separate ends. Natasha, you're going to need one of these. 2 separate ends, and they swivel because they you don't want them to get tangled. So you have 1 leash on your end, and then 2 comes out for 2 different dogs. And we already have one of these, but I had to get another one. You guys need one of these. They're everywhere, you guys. You can get them on Petco, Amazon, everywhere. But it's an adjustable leash that walks 2 dogs with ease because they don't get tangled up. So that was cool. But can you give them those toys and this stuff for me?
Yeah.
There's more, but I'm just gonna keep going with questions because there's more nylon and then this stuff. All right. I'm gonna keep going. And I'm hurrying so that we can show you guys everything else. Hey, Tazzy boy, you better be nice. All right, I'm trying to scroll through all of this. If I miss something, you guys have to tell me. Oh, Swedish Fish is watching. Little Kaja. Okay, that is so cute. Look at them go. They're like excited because of all the new stuff. All right. I need to find those questions.
Want to say hi? Want to say hi?
Okay, so Kyle's asking about difference of honey. Your booty is right in the...
Oh, I thought it was another camera.
That's funny. What are you doing?
Holding it. He was sitting there.
Oh, he was looking at it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were like bent over and all we saw was booty.
Oh my god. That's why I don't go on camera.
Kyle's asking if we've noticed any differences in temperament between the blacks and the grays, or females versus males. So the only differences I've seen on boys, on colors is the reds. I haven't seen anything that stands out, like generally speaking, most blacks or most grays, but on the reds I have. And as far as male versus female, yes, usually my boys are usually in the middle. They're not the alpha dominant one, but I'm talking usually because there's that exception, the reds. The reds tend to be more dominant. But usually my girls are more dominant, alpha, in charge. My boys are more happy-go-lucky, just want to go with the show, very easy to please, but will lead if they have to, kind of thing. But not always, but generally speaking. Okay, and then, aw, thank you, Deborah. Okay, recommended for owners with no dogs. So I'm guessing you're asking if this breed is recommended for owners with no dogs. Now, they can be in a family with only 1 dog. It's perfectly fine, but just know what you're getting yourself into with this breed in general for everybody. This breed requires attention, activity. So if you have multiple pets in the house, that actually makes your job a little bit easier when you are busy, but it's not necessary. So just keep that in mind. They do require a lot of attention or exercise and stimulus. So if you are gone all of the time and nobody is home and it's just you and one dog, then not the right breed for you, because they're going to go crazy. They're going to get bored. They're going to get destructive. They're going to have separation anxiety. Thank you, Sandy. And so keep that in mind. You know what I just realized is when I have to scroll down all the way to the end, I know you guys don't care, but Alexis does. Then you have to go back up. So Sandy is saying, I noticed the different flavor bully sticks. Do you have a preference? And what size should we start with, 8 or 12 inches? Okay, so as far as flavor, I haven't seen anything that's a different flavor. In fact, they don't even have flavors. It just is a bully stick. It just says it's a bully stick. And it's the ones that we use are the ones that, thank you, Sue, are the ones that we get from Amazon. They're on my website, but they don't have a specific flavor. And as far as what size, we always stick with the 8-inch. We don't get 12s. 12s are just too much for a Klee Kai. They can get an upset stomach if they have too many bully sticks. So you don't want to give them too much. So 8 is perfectly fine. And as far as the thickness goes, the thicker it is, the longer it's going to last. If it's thinner, then the adults are going to go through it a lot quicker. So keep that in mind. You can always start off with the thin ones for the puppies because they're not going to be able to get through it. It'll last them a while. But you want to get them thicker when they get older. All right, Fernanda, how old are the puppies? So the puppies that are in here right now are the 2 older puppies are the light red and the gray and white, and they are 10 and 11 weeks or something like that. And then the other 5 are all one litter, and they are leaving this coming week. In fact, one of them's leaving on Saturday, and then the rest are leaving on Tuesday. So they are going to be 8 weeks old. And Sue is asking, how will we know when we are up on the waiting list and can start picking? So depending on where you are when you got on the list, that's going to really determine a lot. Because if you got on the list relatively soon, which I'm just speaking generally, then you know the wait was really, really long. And so that means you've got a ways to go. If you've been on the list for a while, or if you got on the list before all the crazy happened, then you should be always responding on puppy offers if you're ready. But Sue, if you want, you can email me and ask me specifically. I'm pretty sure you're pretty new on the list, and that means you got a ways to go. All right, so how old is Nova? And Nova is almost 6 months old. Okay, almost 6 months old. Okay, so I forgot to keep putting those little super sticker things. All right, we are doing good. How many thumbs ups do we have, guys? I know nobody's gonna hit it because they all want to hit that at the end. Okay, let's see. I want to keep going here, and then let me see if I have anything else. Do we have any questions with regards to temperament? If we don't, and if I'm done, then I'm gonna grab some other puppies, which I think are pretty good. Oh, fast. Okay, I think so. Yay. All right. I'm also gonna use that on Nola or somebody. Hey, honey, are the oh, never mind. I'm gonna open these. All right. Yeah, we're good. Perfect. So we can move on, guys. Unless you guys have questions. Oh, the calendars. Okay, Linda's asking about the calendars. That is one thing I want to talk about. We have calendars on order. They are going to be amazing. So they are 12 by 12 size as far as the picture goes. So the image is going to be 12 inch by 12 inch. Like they're the really nice, good good calendars like you see in the mall at the calendar store. And so when you open it up, it's 12 by 24, right? So really big, easy to write on wall calendar. If you guys pre-order, please do, because we are hoping to have them show up in the next 10 days. And then we'll get those out to you. And by the way, they are selling like hotcakes. We can't order more. So once this run is through, we're done for the whole year. So get your pre-order in if you're wanting a calendar. But they are coming along. We're so excited. Yay, Judy got her gray and white socks, and he loved them. Okay. Let's see. Eric is asking, what is the thing that prevents dogs not to chew on cords? Ha 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 ha. Okay, there's not really, they do have sprays, but honestly, a puppy or an adult that is still destructive or bored is going to chew on a cord if you leave it out for them. So the only way to really prevent it is to not have it in their way. That means pick it up, get it out of the spot, because they're going to eat it. How are we doing? All right. Oh, good. Cindy got her shirt too. All right. I'm just going to go see if we have more questions. We talked about wanting to get light gray puppies. Can you tell me when a puppy is born, if they will, oh, can I tell? If a puppy is going to be light or dark gray. So yes, I can tell. And can I describe or teach you guys the differences? So we talked about that in the past, Lindsay. When I have specifically 2 puppies that are that different that I can share it with you in that moment, it's a lot easier to describe it. With regards to trying to do it without having those puppies, it's a lot harder. However, we do have Aggie's puppies. One is much lighter than the other 2. So I'll do my best to try to explain that when I get them for you guys. Okay. Let's see. Do we have anything else? Whitney is asking if she's wondering if she made the waiting list before I paused. We did close out our waiting list, by the way. If you guys don't know that, our waiting list is full. We are not accepting new people to be added on to our wait list at this time. And unfortunately, Whitney, I don't know because I'm not looking at my books. But if you filled out your information and if you filled out the deposit contract and sent the money before the end of the month, then yes. If you didn't, then no. Sorry. Fernanda, the waiting list is closed. So we are no longer accepting new people on the list at this time. Thank you, Heather. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions, okay? And if she doesn't, I'm going to go. If I don't answer all these questions, guys, then I'm going to lose them. So let me just answer them real fast. Do you have a how to train a Klee Kai video? Like how to stop from ankle biting or being aggressive on the couch? My dad is a pit terrier. I do not have any specific training videos with regards to that type of thing. Unfortunately, I just don't have enough time, and I'm not a full-time video editor, so it is hard for me to do all of that. So the easiest way for me to do things is on the live stream because we can do it in the moment, and I don't have to edit, so that makes it nice. But as the other puppies all leave, guys, so my life will start to get a little bit normal, then we can work on training videos with the dogs that we have, which will be fun. But it's just really hard when we have so many puppies. All right. Okay, I think we're all caught up. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to start off by grabbing, oh, look at Tazzy boy. I'm going to start off by grabbing some of the puppies and putting them right here for you guys because that way I don't have to go in there. And it's quieter and it's easier for you guys to see them. All right, so we're going to start off with showing you, how many thumbs ups? Oh boy. Come on, people. I'm going to start off by showing you guys Aggie's puppies. So there's 3 puppies. They're almost 3.5 weeks old. I won't be offering them for a little bit. So please just be patient because they're still kind of young and I've been so busy. But 3 gray and white girls. You're going to get them for me? Okay, cool. Where are you going?
Um,
They're right here.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so we have one is lighter than the other two. My husband's getting them, so I can keep talking. Only one of them is double blue-eyed. Klaus is the father. So for those of you guys that are familiar with Klaus, Michelle owns him. Michelle's on here, and he's a first-time daddy. Hi, Tazzy boy. And there's one double blue-eyed, one double brown-eyed, and one party-eyed, which the party eyes are tricky, right? They're very tricky. Do you need help, bud?
No.
You could just do one at a time.
Well, I'm just going to do two now.
I need the other one. Can you give me the other one? Because I need the light one to compare.
Okay.
So we're going to give the light one out so you guys can see her too. Compare. Okay. I'm going to put them up close so you guys can see. Oh, I wonder. I'm going to put it. Should I put it? This is the blue-eyed, obviously. Do you guys want me to put it on the big camera? Yeah, I'm going to put it on the big camera. Yeah, we know they're, so the party-eyed, Tanya, I see your stuff. The party-eyed is very difficult to identify for quite some time because they can keep changing and changing and changing. Hey, I kind of like this view. Look at this. We can see, but I got to figure out where I'm supposed to be. Okay, so these are the two darker ones. And I'll show you what I mean by darker in a second here because I should put you at the same level there. So do you see the eyes? So this one right here is blue-eyed. You can see big time. This one is going to be brown-eyed. You see her eyes? Okay. And now what I'm going to do is, I can't hold the ring. I do have the light one. I did have the light one. From here that looked dark. Okay. Actually, honey, give me that one.
Okay.
Give me that one. Because I want to show them these eyes. Okay, so dark, light. Look at the big difference. Look at the head shape. We talk about size all the time too, right? So this is one litter, two puppies. Now, do you see on this puppy here? Look at how dark eyes are. A lot darker. You can still see a little bit of the, it's funny because she's turning. You could still see a little bit of the blue coming through, but that's all going to change. So she's brown. And then this puppy, if you can see, she's like, why are you holding me like that? There is a lot of blue coming through. Like it's not dark brown. She's like, the light is bright. It's not dark brown, but you can see blue coming through. And a lot more than this one. This one, Aggie, it's okay, Mama, is a lot darker. So they are still really young, right? They're pretty young. Now, this one is the really light one. Now, honey, give me that one. And then I'm going to show you the difference in the eyes. Look at how different, if they look, how you can see the eyes. So obviously we know one's blue-eyed. Now, if this one that's really blue had any darker spots, we would know and see a party eye. But you can tell that that puppy has absolutely no specks. So she's definitely blue. And that obviously when we have another dog to compare, you can tell which one has what color eyes because it's really easy when you can see other ones. Now, coloring as far as light and dark grays. So there is the very light gray, which she's not super light as Simba, but that's this one. And then her sister, who doesn't want to look at you guys, has a lot darker grays. And so even on the tips of the head and her ears, now if you look from the back, there's not a whole lot of difference. There's some, but not a whole lot. They still both have the stripe, right? And it looks very similar. But when you start to get to the top of the heads, then you could see a big difference. So when you have multiple of the same color grays, considering all grays, you can tell the lights from the darks. But they're going to change a lot. Here, baby. You take them. So even though, I'll take this one until you're done. Even though they're all gray, they're going to change for months and months and months. And then I'm just going to switch this over so you guys can see the other dogs for a minute while we get another puppy. So the grays and the light reds will change a lot over several months. Usually once they blow that puppy coat, you're going to see it change so much more. But we don't always know what they're going to look like, but just based on our experience and history, then, oh, look at this little love bug, she's sleeping. Then we start to really be able to tell for sure once we've been doing this a long time. So the longer you've been breeding, the more you kind of get an idea of what they're going to look like. We actually found pictures of Keanu when he was a new puppy just the other day. Yeah. We saw those. And it's so funny because we were comparing Taz, which Taz is from Keanu, to Keanu, and they look so much alike. So Keanu has big ears and was all goofy as a puppy, and Taz is just like him. All right, so Gina loves Taz. Yeah, you love him now. Let me tell you, that boy is a handful. A handful. He's that middle of the row sometimes, like he wants to just be a lover. He's goofy, he's mellow, but he's very strong-willed and very in charge. He's a little booger. All right. Jeremy is asking, when the dogs are playing together, how do you know if it's too rough? And do you separate them at that point or let them separate out? So good question. So what I'm going to see if I can put it on this one. We definitely pull them whenever we think it is too rough. And when you'll know based on the scream from your dogs. So you'll start to learn how they sound. So just like your kids, like you know when your kid is fake crying or real crying, or just trying to get attention. And same with the dogs. Like you can tell over time that, oh no, that is a cry for help, you're hurting me, versus a yelp to get the dog to respond and react and get off of them. But a lot of it is, we obviously, when we have older dogs and younger dogs in the same area together, we really need to be close by because you just never know. Nova is very dominant with any other little dog. I can never leave her with them. So I know that. But you just have to really monitor and learn who's doing what and pull them for sure. We don't let them sort it out just because these guys are young. Now, on the older dogs, if they get into a little scuffle, depending on how serious it is, if it's not a whole pack, so depending on how many dogs we have too, if there's only 2 dogs and they get into it and they just need to sort out their pecking order, then it's okay. We kind of just let them work it out, just like they would in the wild. But if it's a pack, like if we have multiple dogs out, 4 or 5 dogs out together, and one is getting picked on, then obviously that could turn into a pretty ugly situation. So, good question. I know Tanya was asking about their eye color. So I know for sure the brown eye, I know for sure the blue eyed, and then the one is definitely party at this point. Aw, Carolyn, thank you. Let's see if she's got a question. I'm wondering why, oh, there it is. Can Klee Kais be aggressive? So yes, they can be aggressive. They could be aggressive with other dogs. They could be aggressive with just strangers that they are, unfamiliar with. A lot of times it can be that they're fear aggressive, but everyone is a little different. But I think the general rule is any dog of any breed could become aggressive. So it just depends on their genetic makeup and how they are raised and trained over their life. So it's super important to do all of those things that I tell you guys to do. You know, make sure that you're socializing, make sure that you're training, make sure that you're in charge. You have to be the pack leader. But if you do all of that, you're less likely to see any type of aggressive behaviors within your dog. I need to switch the camera because it's not even on them. Remember all of the treats that we get them, and look at what they always go back to, guys. Always is those star mark balls. Always. Okay, let's go back to what else I have. My next question is, what is the best food for a newborn? Rachel, are you talking like what we give our newborn puppies? If that's what you're asking, we don't give our newborns anything except for mama's milk. So they only nurse off of mom until they're about 4 weeks old. We will start to introduce them to puppy food. And it's really soft, mushy, and then they'll transition over to hard food. But newborns are only on mama's milk. They have no teeth, they don't have their eyes open, they don't have their ears open, nothing. And then I'm gonna answer one more question, and then we're gonna show you guys Khaleesi's puppies, because I wanna show you something about Khaleesi's puppies. And the next question is, do you think they will have thick coats like Klaus? Funny you asked that. So, they actually have really nice coats. In fact, all 5 of these puppies that we're showing you guys, the first 3 and then the next 2, all have beautiful, beautiful coats, which is something we can't tell at birth. Like, we can't tell the day they're born what they're going to look like as far as their coats go. And so that does take a little bit of time. But yes, they all have beautiful coats. They're really thick. All right. So before I answer any more questions, I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to grab Khaleesi's puppies, and I have to do it because we don't want him to. Remember, Khaleesi doesn't live here full time, and so she's not really sure about anybody grabbing her puppies, but especially my husband. So be back in 1 second. All right. Oh yeah, she might like that. She might like that a lot. Here, but can you hold her? Hold her. Stay. I'm gonna move these sticks out there. Okay. So Simba and Khaleesi have 2 boys. I'm going to switch this view so you guys can see better. They have 2 boys. One's red, one is white, and the red is very light red. So he is lighter than Taz, a little bit lighter than Taz. And these guys are, I think, close to 3 weeks. Close to 3 weeks. All right, let's see. First, we're going to go with the red. Let me see if I can get this right, because I don't normally do it from this camera. And so from this view, look at how light he looks. Obviously, I have lighting right here. So I have to back up a little, and you can see he has markings, but not very many markings. In fact, when you look right now, like, look at his line. He doesn't even hardly have a line going down. That is all going to change, guys. Over the next couple of weeks, it's all going to get more and more developed, and he will have much more of a mask, and all of these markings are going to start to come in a little bit more and get more defined. But red dogs are all liver pointed. So a red dog, when I say liver pointed, that means they don't have any black coloring on their nose, on their mouth, their lips, on their eye rims, on their pads of their paws. No black, okay? It's all liver color. And that would be the same for like a liver pointed like retriever, that type of thing. They're all going to be the same. Now, what is interesting, and I didn't even really pay attention to the first week that this little guy was here. Of course, I took pictures and we talk about him, but I didn't think about it or pay attention to stuff that you guys would want to be interested in hearing. I didn't think about it. Yeah, you want to hold him? That this little guy is liver pointed. So this is the white. Okay, so look at his head. I wonder if this lighting's too bright. I'm going to change this for a second so you guys can see a little better with barely any light. Okay, so he is all white. Wait, let me compare it to my sugar. He's all white, which is really hard to tell, but with the, now that I turn the lighting down, you guys can see it a little bit better. Okay? All right, so now you can see, but they're both liver pointed. Do you guys know what that means? That means he is technically, oops, wrong one. He is technically a red dog missing his markings. Isn't that funny? So we have seen this before several times. He got his tongue out too. But he doesn't have any black on him. A lot of our whites, you guys will see, they'll have black noses, black eye rims, or even sometimes a snow nose. So you'll see some black and some of the liver, but it'll all go away and it end up being a, oh, you want me to put them in?
No, okay.
Okay. So he's liver pointed, but that doesn't mean he's going to develop red coloring. It just means that he is liver pointed. So if you were to get tested for genetics, it would probably come back that he is a red dog, because we wouldn't be testing for the markings. We're testing for the color. So pretty cool. Yeah. All right. So Kumi's asking, how do we tell if a pup is a toy or not? So there's 3 sizes. There's no guarantee in this breed as far as the size, but they will tell you it's all based on like best estimate. It's our guess. So we're going to tell you based on our experience and what the weights are of the puppies from birth going on and how they develop and our experience. But there's no guarantee. But the toys are usually very small. In fact, there is a toy in there, the little red. One of the little reds is very small. Usually toys go home under 3 pounds, sometimes under 2.5 pounds. All right. Who is Kira going to look like when she grows up? That's a good question. She actually is going to look like an old dog of ours named Kiara, not our current Kiara. But years ago we had a Kiara. So unfortunately she is not going to look like exactly like anybody we have, really. She is a little darker gray. She probably will resemble maybe Sky the most, but she's not going to look like anybody we have. So it's kind of cool. It's exciting. So we'll see what happens whenever she gets older. All right, Josh, will the face mask on the puppies evolve over time? Yes, absolutely. So when they're about 4 months old, 3.5 to 4 months old, they're going to blow that puppy coat. When they blow that puppy coat and start to get all fuzzy, then they're going to see, like literally it's like overnight, all of a sudden the puppies have a mask and their markings are a lot darker and the eyes, underneath their eyes are so defined. So yes, they definitely change. All right, let's see. My husband and I are thinking of getting 2 dogs. My dog of choice is the Alaskan Klee Kai, and he hasn't chose his, but should we get them both as puppies? I mean, not necessarily. It just depends on the dog that you're looking at. You know, you have to know more about the dog. If you are getting a puppy and then you're going to the shelter or something and you don't know the history of that dog, then that could be a little scary. So you just need to know what you're getting yourself into. But you don't have to have them both as puppies. You can definitely integrate. Just depends on the actual temperament and personality of that current dog. You definitely don't want 2 alphas. So Mary's asking, in your own Klee Kai pack, is there a definite alpha or does it change? It changes. So it'll change. There's definitely some alphas, but there are times when they want to battle for top dog. And it's always a girl. It's always a girl. And there are dogs I can't put together. So I can't let everybody go together because of fear that they will hurt each other. And when you have a pack, so let's just say a pack is 4 or more dogs for just sake of argument, they are going to gang up. The pack leader is going to get his pack, and they're all going to beat up on the dog that they decided is doing what it shouldn't be doing or whatever their situation is. So that's when it gets really scary. But definitely it does change, and it changes over age too. It's funny because Diamond, Rue are very, very similar. Like neither one is super, super in charge. They're usually at the top, same playing field. But if one's in season, or if one of them has a puppy and the other one doesn't, then it'll change. The whole dynamic changes. So it definitely changes. Okay, let's see. Do we have more? If not, I know you guys are wanting to know what's next. Other camera?
Yeah.
Let me see. What other camera? That one?
That's the main one, huh?
That one?
No.
I don't know which one you want. This one. That's one we're on.
No, my bad.
Yeah. Sorry. We're learning. Hi, guys. No, I don't know where I was. Oh, this one. Okay. Let's see. If the white pup is technically red, could or should the pup be bred? So, no. White is white. The dog is white. So we can't breed the dog. We shouldn't breed the dog. The dog can't even be registered with the United Kennel Club because it is technically a white dog. It is lacking the mask gene. So when you talk genetics, it's missing the gene for the mask. So not every breed has masks, right? So some breeds don't have that genetic makeup. So this white puppy is technically a red missing the mask gene, but it's still white because it doesn't have the mask gene. So no, it should not. Oh, did you see who's on? Hi, Stephanie.
Oh, hey.
I don't know if you guys remember, my dad's birthday was 75 not too long ago, and my brothers all came from out of state, and my sister-in-law's on. Hi, Stephanie. All right, so do the dogs have besties that they always play with? That's a great question. And yes, sometimes we have to separate dogs. In fact, like, let's just use Taz and Kira, for example. Look at the black puppies on top of Taz. Do you guys see that? I wonder if I could zoom in on that. Oh, he woke up. Dang it. So sometimes we want to separate them whenever they get too close, meaning they can't always be together because then they will start to have separation anxiety for each other, which isn't always a good thing. Like, yeah, we want them to entertain each other. We want them to keep each other busy when we don't have time for them and tire each other out. But we don't want them to depend on each other so much that they don't know what to do without each other. But they do have besties for sure. And we try to eliminate that as much as we can so that the pack is all one pack and they don't have favorites. I guess you could say. It's kind of funny because Taz is, and Kira, they're complete opposites, right? They're complete opposites.
Yeah.
So Taz is the most neediest puppy, a screamer. He could have everything, toys, bones. He doesn't see me right now because I'm behind all of this stuff. But even though he can hear me, he can't see me. But if he sees me or anybody in this house, he goes berserk. All he wants is us. The minute you pick him up, he rests his head on your shoulders and goes to sleep. Kira, on the other hand, is a typical girl. She is with the pack, running, doing her own thing, could care less. If she got a bath today, she's like itching now, see her? She doesn't care if we're around or not around. She's very independent, does her own thing, and not Taz. Whew, needy. All right. I know you said you felt Aggie's puppies were young. When do you expect to offer them? Oh, Lindsay, next week. I'll offer them next week. They're really chunky monkeys too. Like, I don't like to offer them whenever I can't really see them active, because you can just really gauge so much more when they're active as far as personality goes, more on their size and that kind of thing. So next week. Melinda's asking if they howl. Absolutely they howl, but they're more vocal as far as talking. Like, they just love to talk and tell you all about it, or scream, I guess you could say. I love that picture. Hi! I like being back here because I could see everything right away, but then I get distracted. Sorry, guys. Where are we at on thumbs ups? Oh man, we are not going to have that given away at that today. All right, so I'm just going to pick somebody. Of course, it'll be at the end, which is 34 minutes away. So I will pick. But before I go into litter announcement, I want to, why is that up there? I didn't know I did that. I wanted to talk about next week. So next week, we have live streams every Thursday, right? But next week is a debate. And I'm not going to get into politics. Not the place or the time. However, some people are going to be watching and not watching us. And so I'm wondering, should we switch our day for next week? I need to know in the comments below. So if you guys can tell me, should we switch days or keep it? Are all of you guys going to be committed to coming on here on Thursday? Emily's asking, who is the friendliest of all of your pups?
Me.
My husband said him. I don't know. Who's the friendliest? I think it just depends on, every day is so different, I think. Yeah. As far as our puppies go, everyone's probably pretty equal. Anybody can sit on that floor, anybody, and they're going to climb all over you guys. As far as our own personal pack, it's going to be Simba, Rue. Sky is super friendly too. So shoots them all over you. But, oh, Aggie too. Aggie's super friendly. I mean, they all are. I can't pick. That's hard. All right. I got to keep going. I can't. Okay, I'm going to hold off on any more then. And I'm going to talk about, oh good, I think we're dead. Okay, good. Yay, we caught it. Okay, I'm going to talk about something that is, oh wait, the debate's canceled?
There's a lot of people saying that it was. Maybe it was.
Oh. All right, well. I will have to find out. Okay, so I want to talk about something serious, and I'm going to switch it over here for a second. Because I want to talk about, obviously, litter announcement. A lot of you guys are, do I need to turn this up? A lot of you guys are wondering like, if Kiara had her puppies. I'm trying to see if I could switch this. And so that just makes me think we should talk about breeders and what we go through and the struggles, right? And it's real, like it's not all fun and games, and there's so much work that goes into it, but there's also a lot of joy, but there's also a lot of heartache. So, oh, it's postponed by a week. Okay, cool. And so Kiara gave birth a few days ago. She had 2 puppies. Both were boys. Trout's the father, which we have had the same breeding before, and both boys, one black, one gray. 24 hours old. One puppy started declining, I guess I could say, and didn't end up making it. So as soon as we noticed that he was crying, which the first 23 hours, no crying, nursing. By the way, Kiara was big, right? So she only had 2 puppies. We do ultrasounds. We don't know what we're doing, but she had 2. 14 ounces. 14 ounces is huge, and 10 ounces, which is still very, very good size. Most of our puppies range from 8 to 10 ounces. Sometimes a little smaller, sometimes not often, but sometimes a little bit bigger. So 14 ounces, Kiara's a toy, is ginormous for her. She didn't struggle. She did give birth naturally. Everything seemed fine, but within 24 hours, the gray and white puppy passed away. And there was nothing we could do. He wasn't nursing. He wouldn't nurse. He wouldn't do anything. And it's just part of breeding. It's what happens. And so we've talked about this, 5 or 6 months ago, I guess, when Diamond lost her puppy. And it's a sad situation, but it's a reality. And it's what all breeders go through. We all have it, and we don't always know why. We don't have answers. It just happens. And so I try to be as transparent as I can, and I don't want to sugarcoat anything. You guys need to understand that it is sometimes difficult. There is heartache. It is sad. It's emotional. But at the end of the day, it still brings so much joy to our family and to you guys, like to all of the people that get puppies. And so anyhow, we have 1 puppy. And I'm going to grab him now so you guys can see him. He's black and white, and he's a chunk. So he's only a few days old. He's like 16 ounces already. And Kiara is a toy, and Trout is a mini. So let me grab him, and I'm going to turn this over, although they're like pretty much all passed out. They are all passed out. So I'm going to grab him real fast and show you guys the little baby. Here, Mommy. Can I see the baby? Can I see the baby? Uh-oh, they all saw me. They're like, way. Okay, so let's see. All right. So Mommy is red, Daddy is gray, and I know one more. I'm trying to just make it because he looks red, but he's black. And then 1 itty bitty black puppy. Well, I say itty bitty, but he's not itty bitty.
It does look red.
He looks red on there.
On the screen.
Does he look red to you guys? He's not red.
On the screen, it looks red. But
yeah, he's black.
He's black.
I'm going to switch him. I'm going to go over there and see. He is definitely not red. I'm going to put him on the main camera. Okay, I'm going to just put him in front there so you guys can see him really fast. Oh yeah, I got to turn this light on too. My God, us and our lights.
A little lower. Right there. It's a little blurry on his face. It zoomed in on his body. There you go, right there.
So does he look black now, honey?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, he's black. Well, I don't want to have to go in there because then all those puppies are going to be jumping all over me.
Yeah, look at the herd.
They're all looking at him. Like, see them all?
Right now.
Look at them. They're like, ooh, what is that? That's him. One little chunky monkey.
Hold it there. Hold it still when you get a side view. Hold it still for a few seconds. I can go down a little bit. Right there. Now show his face. And hold it there steady for a little bit. Okay, now twist
He's
it.
cute, huh? I can't twist my arm out anymore.
Okay.
Okay, that is Kiara's little baby. So, I want to take a second because we have a few more minutes. And I want... Oh, that's awesome.
What's up, Johnny?
Yeah. My family's all on here, which is so cool. Okay, I want to take a second and see how this brush works for grooming, but I also need to give away that sweater. So who are we going to give away the sweater to? So I'm going to give you guys, let's see, it's 7:35. So 7:45, we're going to give away the hoodie, okay? Hoping there's some guys on here because we always give the stuff to girls. Hopefully we can get a guy one. All right, let me see if you guys any more questions, and then I'm going to get the, go over to the front, and I am going to use this new tool. Are we good, honey?
Yeah.
You're okay with putting her back?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, it is sad. I see that you guys all talking about it. It is sad, and what's really even harder is the fact that we have to take that puppy, and they don't want us to take that puppy. So it's sad. And yes, this is a good question Krista's asking. Do the mothers recognize that the puppies are declining? They do. And in fact, it is very interesting and amazing. It's really amazing because the dog's instinct is that they know, like let's just say, I'm not saying Kiara did this, but in general, if they know that a puppy is declining, they will push it to the side. They know. And here we are as humans, we try to intervene and we try to tell them, no, you need to feed this puppy, or you need to take care of it, or it needs to stay warm. And dogs know. I mean, they're the moms. They know best. They know better than we know. But that doesn't mean that they want them to be gone. They just know. It's sad. Yeah, it is the lighting. You're right, Michelle. You're right. It's the lighting. Everything is crazy in here. All right, so now I want to use this on Nala. Can you let the girls in?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Because I want to use this little thing. I want to just demonstrate it.
Inside it?
Yeah. So Nala is starting to shed like crazy. Hi, Diana. Thanks for joining us. And so Nala's shedding a lot, and so instead of brushing her earlier, I thought, oh, this will be a great opportunity to use this glove on her. Let's see how it does. And so, yeah, Kiara's got, okay, you got it. Okay, perfect. All right, so remember, guys, we've got 7 more minutes before we give away the hoodie. 7 more minutes. Oh, look at the dogs. They're going crazy. Okay, what I'm gonna do is go over there and sit on the ground. I want it on just this without me. I'm gonna sit down on the ground, babe, right there. Can you just, I don't care if they see my face. I just want them to be able to see this, okay? Yeah. Hi, mommy. Hi, mummies. All right, so what are you guys doing? This isn't a treat. This isn't a treat. This isn't a treat. Come here. Okay, so I know you guys probably won't be able to see me, and that's okay. I just want to hopefully, Nala, come here. Use this on the girls. Nala, come. Good girl. Hi, Stein. Hi, Stein. Come on, come on. Nala, you're not even shutting. Nala, come here.
Hi, babies. Hi, babies. Hi. I can't do this. I can't. I can't. I can't. Hi, mommy. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Okay. So, grooming. We talk about grooming. And Nala, come here. Always like, oh, my dog hates it. My dog hates it. My dog hates it. They have to enjoy it. And if they enjoy it, if it feels good to them, if they have a good experience, they will love it. Nala and Rue especially, usually always, they fight over getting groomed. And I don't know how this feels on them, but I just want to see. Nala, hold on. And of course she's gonna make a liar out of me because I'm making her stay. But I wanna see if this works, and she's got too much excitement going on. Okay, so I don't know which way I'm supposed to go. I can tell you guys right now I don't really like it. Maybe that's because she's already got a short coat. Puppies, I can't do this with her and you in my lap. Come here. I don't like it. Because you know why? That dog is shedding like crazy. So this wasn't a good find. Hi. Hi. I want to show you why I say it's not a good find. Because I went over her like how many times. And I want to show you how much she is shedding. Oops, sorry. With a normal slicker. Yeah, you guys know what this is, huh? Yeah, you know what this is. Okay, come here. Hi, babies. Now they're like, oh, we know what that is. So Nala didn't really know what that glove was, but they know what this slicker is. Come here. Hi, River. Hi, babies. Come here. No. Hi. Come here. Come here. Thank you.
Madness in there.
It is madness in here. Okay. Come here. All right. So slicker brush is something that I use all of the time to pull out all of this loose fur. And Nala, like I said, is shedding like crazy. So this is a daily job right now, okay? Because there's so much fur. And look at that. Okay? That was like what? 5 swipes?
Yeah.
Versus that glove. Don't waste your money on the glove, guys. The other glove I love. But not that one. Well, that was a good test. All right, what time is it, baby?
It's 7:42.
Oh, a few more minutes. Okay, look at it. Just keeps coming and coming and coming. Hi, baby. Hi, Ruber. Hi, Ruber. Okay, you want to be brushed? Okay, you don't even have any fur coming off. Oh, good girl. Oh, good girl. Oh, that's a good girl.
Can I be next?
Yeah, you want to get brushed?
Brush my hair.
Sure. Get your panda suit on. Remember how I talk about the dogs love it? It's a good experience. It feels good. Do you see how she just like rolls over and loves it? And will keep coming back. Huh? You just keep coming back. You want more and more because it feels so good. Huh? All right, look at all this. Nala, come. All right, do we have any questions on that, honey, or can I?
Yes.
Do you want to ask? We'll just leave him in here, or we'll leave me in here for a few minutes if you want to just ask me. Come here, Nola.
Yeah, but I need to work my way up.
Do you know how?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi. Please, he's wanting out. Do you or no? I can see them. How is Sky doing? Oh my gosh, I should get her. I can see on the thing how the questions, because we're going to be out of time. I'm going to have to give away the hoodie.
Yeah.
It should be at the top, honey, on the main screen. So Kira's starting to blow coat too, guys. Sure. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Get off of me here. Get off of me. Get off of me. I can't get out. Oh my gosh. This is craziness. Hi, Tazzy boy. All right, I'm just going to go over there, babe. It's not working.
I got it now.
Well, I'm already coming over. Okay. Were you here?
Yeah, that's where it was.
Yeah, I saw it. All right, so Sky is doing well. We were kind of concerned this morning because we thought maybe she was going to have puppies soon, and that's not what I wanted to do. Yes. But she's right here. She was nesting all morning. I see you, Ruru. But not yet. Aw, Rupert's mommy is on. So anytime, but it's time to give away the hoodie. Dun, 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 dun. Who should we do it to? If Alexis was here, she would already had one picked. But I haven't. So I'm trying to see what guys are on here. I would like to give it to a guy. Who all's on here? Did you see them? Look at those puppies. Aww. All right. I think I am sending it to... I don't see him. Where is he? I don't see his name. Chase, are you on here? Chase Daniels. If you're on here, let me know. You got 30 seconds to respond. I want the person to be on here. You guys have to be on here if you're going to win it. I'm going to keep asking questions. But Chase, if you're on here, please let me know. Okay, so do the puppies enjoy grooming less than the adults? No, actually the opposite. The puppies aren't used to it, and so they are less comfortable with it. And then once the puppies are getting Ruth's tail. Once they get used to it, then for sure they like it a lot more. And then Kyle, what kind of slicker brush is that? Literally, I have a lot of it on my website, Kyle, but it's just a slicker brush from Amazon or Petco or PetSmart. But make sure that the bristles, the tips of the bristles don't have sharp edges. You want them to have the little nipples on the edges, these little like rubbery plastic things. Is he on here? I haven't seen him. Oh yes, he's there. Okay, congratulations. You won the hoodie. We'll send it to you. I'll email you for size because I need to know your size. Or if you're comfortable with telling me on here, please tell me on here. And then I'll get it out to you guys. So that's it on the slicker brush. And you guys, next week, guess what? Dakota's puppies are all going to be gone. So that would be awesome. Johnny said he is. That's funny. Any new pregnancies? Yes. I did confirm pregnancies, but I'm saving that for next week. So yes, but you gotta wait till next week. All right, so next question. Is a white dog with liver-colored paw pads and some liver-colored on the nose, but lips and eyelids are black actually white, or is that a red without a mask? No, that's gonna be a white. So red, liver-pointed dogs, so red Klee Kai is a perfect example. They have no black pigment, none. It's all liver pointed. I think there is a link, Kyle. If there isn't a link, just go to Amazon and search for slicker brushes. I'm pretty sure there is a link, though. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being so patient with me. Tanya's over here guessing. Look at her. You think she got it right? Yes, Tanya. Yes, Tanya. Yes. Just the red. Look at her. And then Taz is going to jump in. Thank you, Catherine. I gotta be careful what I say. Just they know exactly what I'm talking about. It's too funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, what time is it? 11 minutes. We got 11 minutes. Okay, specific questions? Do you guys have specific questions? Do you want to see Sky's tummy? Should I show him Sky's tummy?
Yeah. Right here.
Yeah, I'll just put her right here. Alright, you guys. No, she's right here. Isn't she? Yeah, she's right here. Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right, Catherine. That darn slicker brush isn't working. Okay, you guys are gonna go crazy over Sky's belly. I'm just moving all this stuff. Come here, mommy.
Hi, Mama. Come here, Papa. Oh.
Let's see. We're gonna switch her. Hold on. We're gonna switch her right now. Look at that belly, guys. Oh my god, she's such a licker. You see her belly? She's huge. No, you're not getting down right now. You gotta be back over there. So she's nesting a lot, and she's ginormous, and hopefully there's more than 2 puppies. Because she's a monster. So she's really small. She's gonna get uncomfortable with the way I'm holding her. She's barely a mini, but I'm pretty sure there's got to be more than 2 puppies in there. Okay. Alright, let's see. Let's see if I have any other questions. Yeah, it's so funny, Jennifer, she is so uncomfortable. Yeah, I feel so bad. Like, she's literally in her pen right next to my desk, and she's always uncomfortable, and you just can't get comfortable at all, and she's snoring. She snores when she's trying to sleep. She goes crazy trying to get comfortable. Oops, I don't know what I'm doing. I was trying to switch it over so you guys can see the other nose. Oh, the other one. And then they all move. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I had that camera. Let's see if she goes back over there. I know, right, Jennifer? It's like you can't get comfortable. They're kicking your stomach and kicking your ribs. Imagine having 3 or 4 of them in there. Yikes. Rue, you can't see when you're trying to lick the camera. That wasn't working. Alright, let me switch it to the other one. Got little babies. And, oh, no, they're just over there. Hi, babies. Alright, any other questions? That was cute. Might be a silly question, but my daughter wants to know how you know for sure the mama is pregnant. So we have an ultrasound machine. We don't know how to use it. We tried, but we don't always know. Let me see. Is that the right one? I was trying to get it with me on there. No, that is not. And so we don't know always by that because we don't really know what we're doing. But you can tell from the weight gain, they end up losing their waistline. So it ends up with no waist, and they start getting, it's funny to say this, but they do get sometimes nauseous, sometimes morning sickness, which wasn't always morning, but they'll get the sickness where they just don't feel good, very lazy, and no desire to eat for a couple of days, and then their nipples all start to get hard, and then they'll start to get a baby bump. So it takes some time, but usually like 5 to 6 weeks along, we can be pretty confident if they are pregnant. Now, sometimes if they only have 1 puppy, we don't really always know for sure, but usually we can tell by 5 weeks or so. I know! Babies are going home. I bet you guys are so excited. Very soon, yes, going home. Thank goodness. I need a break. Not that I'm getting a break, but I would like to get a break. All right. Those babies. They hate their collars. They hate them. Okay, so if you guys are just tuning in, make sure that you hop on and look at the unisex hoodies. Make sure that you order your calendar so that you don't sell out and you miss out, because you guys are going to love those calendars. We also have a few items. Oh, I thought I was going to show Kat that little towel, the little thing I made. Catherine's nephew made some little drawings of Klee Kai. One of them was Halloween, one in a pumpkin, and in with I think a candy cane, and then one that was out I don't think it was a holiday. It was just normal decoration. But we took that drawing, and I wanted to see if we could put it on if we could put it on a towel. And I don't know if we could do it on here. So, Catherine, because the coloring of his drawing is so light, it doesn't really show up super bright. But I'm gonna mail you this anyways, because this is your nephew. How cute is that? He even has his initials. So I'm gonna mail this to you so you can have it. But if he does any more drawings, we need them to be darker, because the coloring is not going to come through very well. We tried. So it is super cute drawing, super cute. Yeah, great job. He did great, but we just need him a little darker. Yes, that would be great. See if he can make it in marker. That would be awesome. This has been it went really fast. It seems funny that I'm already done with my topic and everything. Really, you better be a good girl. So we talked about the pack leader. Did you guys all see that? How Nala literally just bowed down to Rue. So I wouldn't say that Rue is the pack leader. However, she is the leader of the puppy crew. Her and Diamond both are. They're like, mother hens. And so they always put everybody in check. And so Nala is the one who loves, loves, loves to play with all of the puppies. And there they go. She's never mean, never aggressive, just always so playful with them. And then, did you hear that? That's Rue, who is telling the puppies, get away from my bone. That's my bone. Don't touch it. Not aggressive, but just a pecking order. That's a great view. Move your butt. Diamond, move your booty. Move your booty. Hey, do you guys see the puppy in the bed? Look at the puppies. Oh, puppies in the bed. Aw, her ears all folded back. I should see if I could zoom in. Where's the little redwood? When I zoom in, it's not very clear, but that's cute. Okay. That was cute. Now Taz is going to go pick on him. Thank you guys for all the thumbs up and for the super chats and super stickers. I appreciate you guys tuning in every week. One last question Tanya has. Why can you get all 3 sizes? Okay, so you can get all 3 sizes in the same litter because we as Klee Kai breeders never have only bred toy to toy, mini to mini, standard to standard. So we will breed any of the 3 sizes together, not always true to the same size. And since that has always been the case, genetically speaking and generations back, you're going to see a wide variety of sizes in those litters. And so we're going to continue to see that. And I don't ever see it happening to where we only breed toy to toy, mini to mini, standard to standard. So that's why you're going to get what we get. Diamond, move your booty. Diamond, move. Thank you. We want to see everybody. We don't want to see your butt. So anyhow, I think that's it because it is 8 o'clock. I'm not even over there to say goodbye. Should I go over there real fast? Hey, honey. Okay. See this little button right here? I'm going to go over there and say goodbye to you guys, okay? Hit when I tell, after I say goodbye, hit the finish button, okay? we're both in training. So thank you guys for all the love and the support. I hope you guys enjoyed today's topic. If you guys have a specific topic that you want to learn about, please let me know, because we can oh my god. We could try to figure that out and give you the answers. And my glasses are gonna get broken. Alright. That was craziness. Thank you guys again. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. Please take a second and do so. And until next time, bye.
Ready?